Outer Rep Level 25.
Lesson 16. Guided Conversation. Chronology. Part 1. Mini-Topic 7. Cafeteria. Vocabulary. A. Noun functions. A hamburger. A cheeseburger. A double burger. A ham and cheese sandwich. A breakfast steak. A New York steak. A biscuit. A roll of bread. An iced tea. An iced coffee. An ice cream. A milkshake. An orange juice. A tomato juice. A noodle. A fried egg. A boiled egg. French fries. Soup. Salad. Mashed potato. Fruit cup. A can of Coke. A Sprite. A Pepsi. A beer. An iced coffee with cream. A bottle of milk. B. Verb functions. To mix a drink. To order. To stand in line. To greet. To manage. To pay. To prepare. To complain. C. Adjectives, adverbs. Friendly. Delicious. Sweet. Pleasant. Unpleasant. Expensive. Inexpensive. Reasonable. Unreasonable. Sour. Mini-Topic 7. Go to lunch with your friend at a school cafeteria. If you want to go to lunch with your friend, you'll have to look for a good school cafeteria. If you don't know a good one, you should ask your friends. Once you can find one, but don't know how to get there, you may ask a friend for directions, or you may call a telephone operator for the information. When you go there, you must ask for a vacant table. When you go there, you must seek for a vacant table. You'll sit down and have a look at the menu. There are many kinds of food in a school cafeteria, but most of them are fast food, such as hamburgers, sandwiches, steak, biscuits, rolls, noodles, fried eggs or boiled eggs, French fries, soup, salad, and mashed potatoes. First, you'll select the food. After that, you'll choose a drink, for example, an iced tea, an iced coffee, a milkshake, a Coke, or a Sprite. Then you'll stand in line waiting for your turn. When it's your turn, you'll pay the cashier, and the waiter will bring you the food and also the drink. You'll be back to your seat to enjoy lunch. The food at a school cafeteria is often delicious. The price is reasonable, and the atmosphere is warm and pleasant. While enjoying your lunch, you may talk with your friend and listen to music. You may also make friends with other customers, since most of them are very friendly. After you finish eating, toothpicks and tea are often available on the table. However, if you don't go there to eat, you won't have to seek for a vacant table. You won't sit down, nor will you have a look at the menu. You won't select the food. You won't choose a drink. You won't need to stand in line waiting for your turn. You won't pay the cashier and the waiter won't bring you anything. You won't be back to your seat to enjoy lunch. You won't talk with your friend as well as listen to music. And you won't be able to make friends with other customers even though they're friendly. And finally, you go home. If it's a good cafeteria, you'll remember it and you'll refer it to your friends. You'll keep its address in your telephone book. But if it's a bad one, you won't refer it to your friends, and you won't go back there next time. Mini Topic 8. Take your girlfriend to a nice coffee shop at night. If you want to have a drink with your girlfriend at night, you'll have to look for a nice coffee shop. In case you don't know a good one, you can ask your friend or search on the internet. Unless you know how to get there, you'll ask your friend for directions or you'll call a telephone operator for the information. When you go there, you'll have your motorcycle kept outside. A host or a hostess will greet you at the door. He or she will lead you to a vacant table, if you haven't reserved it. He or she'll seat you and give you the drink list. You can select coffee, tea, or fruit juice. They'll take your orders when you're ready. While your drinks are mixed, you'll talk with your girlfriend, or you can listen to live music. You can also look at other people. You may see the manager showing his employees what to do. You may see the cashier counting money. You may also see the waiters and waitresses going back and forth serving the customers. After a short while, the waiter or waitress will bring you the drinks. He or she will stand nearby so that they can give you whatever you need. After you finish drinking, they'll bring you the check and you'll pay the cashier. However, if you don't go there to drink, you won't have to have your motorcycle kept outside. A host or hostess won't greet you at the door. He or she won't lead you to a vacant table. He or she won't seat you and give you the drink list. You won't select coffee, tea, or fruit juice. They won't take your orders, and you won't talk with your girlfriend. You won't listen to live music, and you won't look at other people. You won't see the manager showing his employees what to do. You won't see the cashier counting money. You won't see the waiters and waitresses going back and forth serving the customers. Then the waiter or waitress won't bring you the drinks. He or she won't stand nearby in order to give you whatever you need. And after you finish drinking, they won't bring you the check because you won't have to pay the cashier. And finally, you'll go home. If it's a nice coffee shop, you'll remember it, and you'll refer it to your friends. You'll keep their phone and address in your telephone book. But if it's not a good place with terrible drinks and bad service, you won't refer it to your friends, and you won't go back there next time. Mini Topic 9. You want to open an ice cream parlor. If you want to open an ice cream parlor, you surely have to look for a good location. Unless you know a good place, you'll ask a friend or read advertisements in the newspapers. If you don't know how to get there, you may ask a friend to take you. You can also hire a taxi. If all that doesn't work for you, you can call a telephone operator for information. When you get the location you have chosen, you'll have to meet the owner. He or she will take you around the place. You'll observe it carefully to see if you can do business there. If you like it, you'll ask the owner about the rent. Then you'll sign a contract and pay a deposit. After that, you'll have to apply for a business license. Once you've gotten it, you'll have an architect design the parlor. While the parlor's being repaired or rebuilt, you'll hire employees. You'll also buy new equipment. You'll look for a good ice cream supplier who can provide you with different kinds of ice cream. You'll name the parlor, choose a good day for opening, and give out business cards to your acquaintances. You may also send invitation cards to your relatives and friends. However, if you don't get there, you won't meet the owner. He or she won't take you around the place. You won't have to observe it carefully. You won't ask the owner about the rent. You won't sign a contract or pay a deposit. You won't have to apply for a business license. You won't have an architect design the parlor. You won't hire employees. And you won't buy new equipment either. You won't have to look for a good ice cream supplier who can supply you with different kinds of ice cream. Of course, you won't name the parlor. You won't choose a good day for opening. You won't give out business cards to your acquaintances. And you won't send invitation cards to your relatives and friends. If there are a lot of customers, you'll develop it and you'll open other parlors. But if your business is not so good, you'll have to close it and you'll open a new one. You go to a bakery to buy a birthday cake. If you want to buy a birthday cake, you'll have to look for a good bakery. If you don't know a good place, you'll ask your friend or look for one in a telephone directory. You can also read advertisements in the newspapers. In case you don't know how to get to the bakery, you'll ask your friends for directions, or call a telephone operator for information, or hire a taxi to take you there. When you arrive at the bakery, you'll park your motorcycle in the parking lot. You'll go into the shop and look for the cakes you want. There are different kinds of cakes for all occasions to choose from. Christmas cakes, birthday cakes, wedding cakes, wedding anniversary cakes. There are different tastes: strawberry, coconut, apple, chocolate, etc. There are also fruit cakes, apple pies, crispy cakes, donuts, and croissants. You can also ask to have icing or frosting spread on top of the cakes. One of the sales girls will help you put the cakes you choose in a bag. You'll then take the bag to the cashier. She may also give you some candles and a plastic knife as a gift. And finally, you'll pay the cashier. However, if you don't go there to buy a birthday cake, you won't have to park your motorcycle in the parking lot. You won't have to go into the shop and look for any cakes. You won't care about the different kinds of cakes or any occasions to use them. You won't care about Christmas cakes, birthday cakes, wedding cakes, or wedding anniversary cakes. You won't care about the different tastes: strawberry, coconut, apple, chocolate, etc. You won't pay attention to the fruit cakes, apple pies, crispy cakes, donuts, or croissants. You won't care about icing or frosting either. The sales girls won't have to help you put any cakes in a bag. She won't have to take any bag to the cashier. She won't give you any candles and a plastic knife as a gift. And finally, you won't have to pay the cashier. And finally, you'll go home. If the cakes taste good, and if the service is nice, you'll remember the bakery and refer it to your friends. You'll keep its phone and address in your telephone book. But if the cakes as well as the service are bad, you won't refer it to your friends and won't go back there next time. Mini Topic 11. You go to a fast food restaurant to eat lunch. If you want to have a fast lunch, you'll have to look for a good fast food restaurant. If you don't know a good one, you should ask your friends. Once you can find one, but don't know how to get there, you may ask a friend for directions, or you may call a telephone operator for the information. You can also hire a taxi to take you there. When you drive there, you'll select food and drink from a menu next to a window. You'll sit in your car and see a lot of people come and go. You'll be in line to wait your turn to order the food. There are different kinds of burgers, sandwiches, French fries, fried chicken, salad, milkshakes, Coke or Sprite, and other foods and drinks. You'll notice that the employees are very patient and courteous when they have to deal with picky or impatient customers. However, you'll sometimes hear a complaint even though the employees provide fast service. The employees like easygoing and easy-to-please customers. When your turn comes, you'll usually order the food, then pay the cashier, and sit in your car and wait for your food. When your food's ready, one waitress will bring the food to your window and give it to you. The fast food restaurant is convenient for busy people, even though the food is not very delicious. Its price is reasonable. After you get your order, you'll drive your car away and enjoy the food on the way. Toothpicks can be found inside the package. However, if you don't drive there, you won't select food and drink from a menu next to a window. You won't sit in your car and you won't see people come and go. You won't be in line to wait your turn to order food. You won't care about different kinds of burgers, sandwiches, French fries, fried chicken, salad, milkshakes, Coke or Sprite, and other foods and drinks. You won't notice that the employees are very patient and courteous when they have to deal with picky or impatient customers. And you won't hear a complaint even though the employees provide fast service. You won't care about whether or not the employees like easygoing and easy-to-please customers. Your turn won't come, and you won't order food, nor will you pay the cashier. And you won't sit in your car and wait for your food. Waitresses won't bring food to your window and give it to you. The fast food restaurant is convenient for busy people, even though the food's not very delicious. Its price is reasonable. As you don't order food, you won't enjoy the food on the way. Toothpicks won't be found inside any package. And finally, you'll go home. If the food's good, you'll remember that restaurant and you'll refer it to your friends. You'll keep its address and telephone number in your telephone book. But if it's bad, you won't refer it to your friends and you won't go back there next time. Part 6. Idiomatic expressions. Idioms. Examples. 29. Back to back. I couldn't make any phone calls today because I had back-to-back appointments all day long. 30. To beat about the bush. Not wanting to upset the voters, the mayor just beat around the bush for several minutes.